Hello fellow Cravers, it's November and the start of a new generation of gaming with the Xbox Series X coming out on the 10th and the PlayStation 5 arriving in the UK on the 19th. But as we have a list of games available at launch for both these consoles, which we'll be doing a list for later this month, we still have a few games to look out for on the current gen consoles. So here is 5 games to look out for this November.
You ready to shred some tires? Wreck some suspension? Maybe lose a panel or two?
To start the month off, we get a little dirty with the 14th game in the Colin McRae Rally series and the 8th game to carry the Dirt title, Dirt 5. Yep, gaming chronological system at its finest here, people. Anyway, as always, the game series has itself focusing on the off-road style of racing that rally driving is known for, with disciplines in not only rallycross but ice racing, stadium super trucks and off-road buggies, where you can compete all over the world, including places like Arizona, Italy, Brazil, just to name a few locations. Plus, just like most racing games nowadays, Dirt 5 will also include dynamic weather systems and seasons, which will affect what racing you can do. For example, you can only compete in ice racing events in New York during winter months. The game releases on the Xbox One, PS4 and PC on the 6th of November, on Xbox Series X and S at launch and will be part of the Smart Delivery program, and on the PlayStation 5 at launch too, with players being able to upgrade the PS4 version for free.
Can't remember a thing.
Hey! I got him!
It's payback time!
I see him! Over there!
Well, well.
Can't you see? Don't you know what I am? I'm a man with a plan, and it's time you understand.
Get him!
Yeah, goddamn, man, I make it look easy. I make it
He can't get away.
I make it look easy, yeah.
We better create a diversion. Bad place to be. This is not good. I've fallen into my own trap.
Even though we are coming to a new gen of gaming, it seems we're not done with remakes for classic games, as 13 is coming to current consoles this month. Originally released in 2003 on the original Xbox, PS2, GameCube and PC, 13 has you take control of the character of the same name as the game, who has woken up on a beach in Brooklyn with a gunshot wound and no memory of what has happened, only recalling that he got shot while escaping from a boat. You end up spending the game going through missions as you uncover the mystery of his identity. 13 releases on the Xbox One, PS4 and PC on November 10th.
This war was a lie. Years of blood. Just to light the fuse of a secret war, decades in the making.
conflict could well be mankind's last.
We want to make this a more peaceful world.
5 days ago, we acquired intel. The Soviet agent Perseus is in play. If he's active, something big is gonna happen. Something that could shift the balance of the Cold War.
Let's go find this shithead.
So it's not a November list without the annual Call of Duty game, as this time it is the turn of Treyarch and Raven Software as we head to the early 1980s in Black Ops Cold War. The sixth game in the Black Ops series, this time the campaign follows CIA officer Russell Adler as he pursues an alleged Soviet spy, Perseus, whose stated goal is to subvert the US and tilt the balance of power towards the Soviet Union. As for the part of the game most of us will actually be getting the game for, multiplayer will have its usual modes, team deathmatch, kill confirmed and domination, but will also introduce a new mode named Fireteam which will support up to 40 players. Also, we have the return of zombies, with the plot this time expanding on the original Aether story that was concluded in Black Ops 4, titled Dark Aether. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War releases on the PC, PS4, Xbox One and Series XS on November the 13th and at launch on the PlayStation 5.
The history of the royal family of Hyrule is also the history of Calamity Ganon, a primal evil that has endured over the ages.
I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
Moving on to the only exclusive game on our list this month, as we head back to Hyrule in the hack and slash sequel, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Set 100 years before the events of Breath of the Wild, the story depicts the Great Calamity, which is a great war between the armies of Hyrule and the forces of Calamity Ganon that results in the collapse of the kingdom. As for gameplay, it follows from the previous Hyrule Warriors game, where you basically control one character taking on hundreds of enemies, while also completing objectives and taking strategic actions such as capturing forts and commanding troops. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity arrives on the Nintendo Switch on November the 20th.
You intrigue me, Wolf-Kissed. Orphan and sibling, warrior and poet. You are many in one, it seems.
Eivor!
Sigurd!
I missed you, brother.
Randvi, your husband returns, bringing gifts and riches to share.
And new friends, I see.
We cannot stay in Norway, not without fueling more war. So we push forward. A new kingdom awaits.
From here to Valhalla, I will always be on your side, Sigurd. Always.
Eivor? Sigurd? I give you England.
Finally, we have another major game series that seems to come out every year or two as we head back to the Way of the Assassin in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. This is the 12th major installment in the franchise. This time we take on the role as Eivor, a Viking raider who becomes embroiled in the conflict between the Brotherhood of Assassins and the Templar Order during the Viking invasion of Britain. Again, like its predecessor, you get to choose if Eivor is female or male, but also there is a bit more customization available, as you get to pick Eivor's hair, war paint, clothing, armor and tattoos. As for gameplay, the game will follow the RPG elements that were introduced in the last two major games in the series. Eagle Vision will return, this time known as Odin's Sight. Our winged companion also returns, this time in the form of a raven named Sinen, meaning insight in Old Norse, who can scope out your surroundings like previous avian companions have done. Valhalla releases on the Xbox One, PS4, PC, Stadia, yeah that thing is still alive, and Xbox Series XS on November the 10th, and on the PlayStation 5 at launch. So here are just some of the games releasing this month, and as we said at the beginning, we will be doing two more lists this month, looking at what games stand out for the next gen launches. Though, if you think we've missed anything that should have been on the list, please tell us in the comments below. And while you're there, please like, subscribe and press that notification bell to keep up to date with everything Crave Your Game.